Yeah, I know, that sounded like a really cool opener sound effect, but no, it was just me. What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's out there staying high speed and motivated and accomplishing their goals, whatever they may be. Today, I want to give you my own personal review of a brand new piece of equipment that I own now from Major Fitness. It is called the Spirit B52 Smith machine. Here's a quick overview look at it. I got that side. We got that side. And full disclosure, this is the third system that I have owned from Major Fitness. They have all been super reliable, very good quality, especially for the price point. But this machine, the Spirit B52, is like by far the best one that I have owned. But I will put a caveat on that, okay? We will be going over the good and the bad on this piece of equipment. So what I want to do is just give you a quick once over of the machine, the different components, the aspects, the functionality of it. We'll talk a little bit about the benefits and what I perceive to be the best parts of this machine. And then I'll give you a little idea on what are the things that you might want to consider for yourself. Not necessarily the bad things, but the things that should be in consideration in your mind if you're looking at purchasing something like this. Now, you guys know, especially if you've been following me for a while, that I do like to do reviews from different companies, different sorts of equipment, especially when it comes to fitness. But I only like to really do reviews for things that I actually find would be something that's useful and beneficial to my audience. I only like to provide reviews for things that I would actually recommend to my friends. And full disclosure, Major Fitness sent me this out for free, okay? And they wanted me to do a review on it. But this is a completely honest review. There is no caveats. It doesn't have to be a positive review. I get to keep this thing and do with it what I please, no matter what, okay? So this is all 100% honest opinion of me. And again, I don't like to do these sorts of things unless I would actually recommend this to my friends. This is as real as it gets, guys. It's just me and my camera giving you a once over and what I think on this piece of equipment. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the review. Before I forget, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. I do have a whole lot of other videos where I give reviews on other sorts of pieces of equipment, not just garage gym stuff. We also talk about fitness, life in the military, motivation in life, all sorts of things. So don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm sure you'll find something useful on this channel. I'm also gonna say real quick so I don't forget, I will drop a link to this system in the description so you can go check it out yourself. That way you can cross-check all the things I'm saying with what they actually say on their website. And you can see the price for yourself and see that there is actually an extreme value here. All right, guys, so let's get into the review. So this is the Spirit B52 from Major Fitness, all right? It is an all-in-one, all-encompassing Smith machine power rack. Now, the key aspects of this machine real quick is obviously there is a Smith machine attachment to it. The Smith machine glides up and down very nicely. I did that with one hand. As you can see, you can also slam it without a problem, right? So if you're feeling really motivated and you got a lot of weight on the rack, it will be able to handle it for you. I believe this goes up to 1,000 pounds capacity. So, I mean, if you're lifting heavier than that, good for you, but I doubt you are. Plenty of safety hooks and levels where you can set your Smith machine at. And of course, like all the good Smith machines, it has a spring-loaded safety mechanism to absorb the impact of the bar itself when you're using it. You can also put those in multiple different points as well. And here, I'll display my confidence in this bar for you guys. I have no problem doing this. Again, I've been using it for a month, so I know it's gonna be able to handle it. I can pick this up with one hand and drop it all the way down, and the springs will be able to catch it, no problem. You know, I do that all the time because I get pretty lazy with my workouts and I just like to transition from one exercise to the other quickly, okay? And I get super motivated as well. I have no problem, I have full confidence dropping the bar like that with the quality of this machine. It is a dual cable system, okay? Meaning that it has independent cables on each side of the machine, okay? So each side holds the weight independently of each other, which means you can do 2 different exercises at any given time. You can have 2 different people working out on this machine. You have more weight that you can put on each side. So that's a huge benefit to have a dual cable pulley system. And these cables are definitely high quality, okay? Same concept applies. I can just drop those and have full confidence that this thing is gonna be able to absorb that sort of shock and it's not gonna just fall apart and break on me. I really do have confidence in this machine and I know it can take a beating. The quality of this machine is solid, okay? Good quality here. This machine also supports the use of free weights, okay? So it comes with these J-hooks, wide mouth J-hooks right here. Let me see if I can get a good angle for you. There you go. It's about 2.5 inches or so right there for your J-hooks. And the distance apart from one side to the other of the machine is perfect for a barbell. And in fact, I'm gonna show it to you right now. Grab my Major Fitness barbell here. there you have it. I'll show you up close. See, and as you can see, there's plenty of room between the end of the barbell and the J hook itself. All right, so that's really comes in clutch if you're like struggling to get that last rep up on a squat or a bench press or something like that. The last thing you want to do is try to squeeze that barbell in between the J hooks, right? So plenty of room there, perfect. Another cool feature of this machine is that it has band attachments up here on the top. Nice thick attachments right here on the top. And then you also have band attachments at the bottom. So if you want to get your band workouts on, you absolutely can. You also have a 360-degree landmine attachment here on the left side. And then you also have a 3-position foot pedal here on the right. And what I mean by 3 positions is you can angle it in 3 different ways, depending on how you want to be able to use it. Multi-point pull-up bars here on the top with non-slip grips. All right, these have been seeing a lot of use from me lately. Attachable dip bars. All right, these come on and off very easily. No problems there. I mean, it just shows you if I can do this one-handed, that's a good thing, right? Very secure dip bars. And then of course you have your safety bars, one on the left, one on the right. And you have 14 points of attachment on this machine. A couple other cool things about this machine are the storage points, okay? So you have your cable attachment storage hooks here. 4 hooks right here at the top for easy access to your cable attachments. Then you also have 4 weight plate storage points on the back side. I'm using a battle rope on this one, but same thing on the other side there. So that's the quick once over of the machine. That's what you could expect to get out of this machine, which is, again, extremely comprehensive, right? I mean, that's like everything that you could possibly ask for from a rack. Okay, so now after using this rack for a month and having experienced myself with other major fitness racks and equipment, I'm gonna quickly go over some of the things that I've noticed to be the best parts of this machine, all right? First and foremost are the cable attachments. Now, I've used plenty of cables in my life. I've used cables in the home gym, I've used cables in hotels, I've used cables in Gold's Gym, military fitness gyms, all over the place. I can tell you from experience that these cables are legit, okay? Especially for the price point. I'm telling you right now, these cables are gonna last a long time. They're very smooth. I mean, look, you can barely even hear it when I pull it down here. I'm gonna shut up for a second so you can hear. Very nice glide on these cable attachments, and you can stick a lot of weight on these cables. For a home gym system, a garage gym system, whatever you plan on using this for, I can tell you, I guarantee you that you're gonna be more impressed with the cables on this machine. I definitely am. Another thing that I'm impressed with is the sturdiness of this machine. The way it's built, the way it's set up, this thing can really, like, you can put a lot of pressure onto this machine. You can shake it all over the place. You can put a whole bunch of weight on it. You can slam weight on it, and it's not going anywhere. Very good quality, very sturdy. The only thing I would say with that is once you have it up, it's gonna be a little bit difficult to move, right? It's definitely a 2-person lift once you have it up. So I would advise that if you do go with this machine, that when you put it up in the place that you want it to be. But hey, if it's heavy, it means it's good. I'm gonna take these attachments off so I can show you how the cables maneuver up and down and how smooth it is. Another good point is that all these attachments come off very easily. And once they're on, they're very sturdy as well. All right, now, so these cable attachments work just like any other cable machines that you might have used in the past, you might have experience with. You just tighten it in just enough so that the screw on the inside catches on the holes here, and you just pull up on the knob here, and that easily maneuvers the cables up and down. See how easy that is? One-handed, locks right into place wherever you want it to be, just like you would expect it to operate in any of your favorite gyms. It's a very nice cable system there. Stability is excellent. In the past, I've had power racks where I needed to use something like this floor mat here in order to ensure stability. But I can tell you, I'm very confident that you do not need a mat whatsoever to ensure stability with this machine. This machine is very sturdy, very stable, all on its own. I mean, I'm really shaking this, guys, and I don't even know if you can see it on the camera. I'm like trying to shake this, and it doesn't shake. So, I mean, this thing's good to go, I'm telling you. The assembly of this machine was moderate to easy, okay? I definitely would not say hard, okay? If you have any experience whatsoever putting together gym equipment, then you're gonna have no issues whatsoever. It came in 4 different boxes, and the instructions are very clear, and all the separate pieces are labeled individually so that you can follow the instructions in the way that it's meant to. So obviously I've taken them off at this point, but they're just little sticker labels that will come on each piece so that to make sure that you put everything up correctly. Now, I've had gym equipment in the past from other companies, okay, I'm not gonna say who, but that don't come labeled that way with very unclear instructions, and it can be very aggravating to get those pieces of equipment together. This is not like that. It was a very smooth assembly process. Now again, I'll remind you, I've used this for about a month now. Actually, I guess it's been a little over a month. Almost every day, okay? Not every day, but almost every day I have put this thing to use in some way. I have used every aspect of this machine. I have even used the band points because my wife was showing me some band workouts that she learned in Pilates. And so far I've only come up with 2 potential negatives that you definitely need to keep in mind if you're considering purchasing this machine. The first thing is the Smith machine bar will not allow me, and I am a 6'1" individual, so I am tall, so you have to keep that in mind. It will not allow me to fully extend to like an overhead press, okay? That's as far as I can go right there. All right, so I'm never gonna be able to do an overhead press with the Smith machine, which really hasn't been a big deal, especially since, you know, I can just use a barbell on the outside and go as high as I want to, right? So it really hasn't been that big of a problem for me, but I don't know, if you're somebody who really needs to have that sort of capability, then I don't know, it's definitely something to consider. But with that in mind, I don't know if I've ever been able to use a Smith machine, even the industrial, you know, type ones that you see at Gold's Gym. I don't think they would ever allow me to extend to a full overhead press. So I don't really even know if that's a big deal, but that is something to consider. And then the other thing has to do with the dip bars. So I'm gonna get these dip bars back up so I can show you what I mean. Now this could also just be a me problem because I am a taller individual, so you have to just keep that in mind and take it with a grain of salt. But with these dip bars, because they're placed in the front like this and because of where the pull-up points are up here on the top, you have to set the dip bars at a certain level so that you don't hit your head on the pull-up points as you're doing your dips. Does that make sense? Here, let me show you. All right, so I got you set up. So when you're doing your dips, you have to consider where you're putting the bars, because if you go too high, you're gonna hit your head on the pull-up bars up here on the top. So here, I'll show you. So here's my full extension of a dip, and see, I would hit my head on the back there if I wasn't being careful. Ow. Ow. So for me, I just noticed that right away, and so I'm just careful when I do it. I lean forward a little more when I do my dips, and I don't hit my head, all right? I'm at least cognizant of where my head is as I'm doing my dips. I definitely get my dips on, don't get me wrong. But that's just one thing that I've noticed. Again, another thing you gotta keep in consideration with this machine, it's a small negative, but it is a negative nonetheless. So honestly, guys, those are really the only 2, I guess, potential negatives that I have found on this machine so far. This thing is an awesome machine. It's got great quality, great value, and it really is an all-in-one, all-encompassing machine. It's gonna be perfect for you if you're just trying to have the all-in-one solution for your home gym. There is literally no muscle group that you're not gonna be able to hit using this machine. This machine and all the attachments, and I almost forgot to mention, the attachments that you'll get with this machine, you get a lat pull-down bar, looks like that. You get a flat bar, like this, and you get your cable grip attachments, okay? These are things that I have acquired separately. But those are the 3 attachments that you'll get to use with the cables. You can always get yourself some more attachments if you want to do some more advanced things. So that's it, guys. That is the overview, the review from me of the Major Fitness Spirit B52. Thank you to them for sending me out this awesome machine. I hope that review was comprehensive enough for you guys. I really do my best to keep these as real as possible. Like, this is really just me out here showing you guys my new Spirit B52 Smith machine, okay? Because I know there's a lot of other reviews out there on different pieces of equipment that are really just like commercials, right? And that doesn't do anybody any good because it's just not the truth. Look, guys, all the reviews that I do on this channel are completely real. Everything that I'm saying, I mean, okay? I'm not just saying it. I get, like I said, I get to keep this no matter what, okay? They sent it out to me. There's no incentive for me to try to sell you this machine, all right? I'm just telling you my honest opinion, and this is what I think. Again, I wouldn't want to recommend anything to you guys that I wouldn't recommend to my friends or recommend for myself. So again, hopefully this review is useful to you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget, I will drop a link to the Spirit B52 in the description so you can go check it out for yourself. Can't recommend it enough, especially if you're looking for a high quality, high value system for your garage gym. If you have any more questions on this machine, don't hesitate to drop that in the comments. I will make sure to get back to you. Besides that, I've got nothing else for you, and I will see you on the next one.